my lucky day.
Flash Gordon is a sci-fi epic from 1980. It stars Sam Jones, Melody Anderson, and Max von Sydow? Sydow? I don't know. He's Swedish. I'm just gonna start off by saying, right now, this movie is terrible. But I do love it. If you watch the movie Ted, you would probably know the premise of this movie. This movie's about a quarterback for the New York Jets that gets transported to another world to defeat the evil Ming and bring freedom to the rest of the galaxy, as well as saving the Earth.
Tom Brady could do that.
Tom Brady could do that.
From what I know on the behind the scenes is that the set designer / costume designer pretty much had free reign to do whatever he wanted for this movie, and it shows. There's very big, bold, colorful, lavish sets and costumes. Everybody is a bright, different color. Just an absolute testament to craftsmanship. There's so many little details and just weird, funky ideas for these different characters. I mean, Flash is wearing a t-shirt that literally has his own name on it, which I guess isn't that far off from what a quarterback for the Jets would wear. The space imagery is really cool how they do it. Instead of just making the starry background, most of the background looks like ink dropped into water. Very colorful and very bright. From watching some behind the scenes stuff, the writer was hired by a producer who funded this movie on his own. The producer speaks Italian and the set designer speaks French. So the communication was all over the place. Honestly, if the movie seems so sporadic and weird, it's probably on the fact that the communication across the board was pretty abysmal. Which, unfortunately, brings me to the writing and the acting is so bad. It's honestly, it's not great.
Boy, have I got some crazy stories to tell you.
Save them for our kids.
Oh, I accept.
Enough!
Would you leave us alone? Oh, I just got engaged.
But there is a charm to it. It's so campy and weird and dumb. It's like if Shakespeare was written by an 11-year-old. It just makes me laugh so much. Once you know that this movie is written by the guy who wrote the 1966 Batman TV show, I think it makes perfect sense, which I personally love the 1960s Batman TV show. I am a huge fan. And obviously, the soundtrack. The Queen music is so iconic in this, and it adds so much to the movie. I think maybe one of the worst downfalls, other than the acting, of course, is I wish that there was more Queen. You kind of get a lot of Queen at the beginning, and then you don't get Queen for about an hour, and then it kicks in at the end. You're like, this rules. I wish that there was more Queen in there. Not that the music isn't necessarily bad when it's not Queen, but it hits so perfectly when it is Queen. It meshes so well with the colorful, bright, crazy that's going on screen. Something I wasn't really prepared for is how overly horny this movie is.
Gently, darling. It's extremely sensitive. Like me.
It's crazy horny. So it is dumb, but fun and ridiculous. It's super loony and silly and all over the place. There's just something about how many swings it takes. It doesn't try to really copy anything. It's its own lavish, unreal thing that they just go for. Anything that was weird that they could think of, they just did. There's something about it that works. It's not like an Indiana Jones or a Star Wars or anything like that. It's weird and silly and out there, but I gotta commend it for that. I think I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. That's about all I have. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I don't know. I hate saying that. All right, well, I enjoyed my time. Bye. Why did I do finger guns? Why the fuck would I do finger guns?